what we're going to do today, let's put up our agenda. I'm happy to have you all here. We're going to go over cybersecurity and everything that our businesses need to know about cybersecurity and how we can prevent cyber attacks on our business. So can we put up the agenda, Leslie? Okay, can we make that a little bit smaller? Thanks. So our mission statement is, since this is a new, we are new we are new council chairs, we still wanted to keep the same mission statement. It's to educate about and promote the benefits of technology by keeping Miami Beach Chamber members informed of the latest technology developments impacting their businesses and the local community. We want to foster connections and communication with the tech ecosystem in Miami Beach and beyond. And just a little bit of an overview, what Omer and I were thinking of was we want to, with this technology council, we have two main goals. We want to be able to bring all the new and upcoming technologies that will help your business. And we also want to help foster the tech community in Miami Beach. So it's for techies, of course. We're going to help foster that community, and we're going to help, though, all business owners understand the tech that is out there that will help their businesses and help them expand and grow. So today, before we get to our wonderful guest speakers, we just have to go through a couple of things. We're going to go through some announcements, and I'll give you a little bit of my background, and I'll give you a little bit of Omer's background. So just quickly, my background is that I'm an executive coach with a background in technology and business management. I currently have a business doing executive coaching and spiritual coaching. I coach leaders, entrepreneurs, executives, independent professionals, and I help them with how to stress less, and be more productive, how to create better strategies for your business. And I do corporate coaching where I coach teams, and I love coaching technology teams, not only technology teams, but I help them become more productive, more collaborative, and help them deal with conflict. However, the reason why I decided to become the Tech Council Chair was I used to have a business in technology consulting for 10 years, and I was a programmer 20 years ago. And I love working with startups. I love helping scaling businesses, and I love my technology side, and I love being on top of the newest technologies. And that's why I wanted to still keep my technology side, and I became the Technology Council Chair. Omer, I'm going to give you a little bit of his background, even though he's not here. He is the founder and CEO of Vision Movies. He has 30 years of experience in video production for small and growing businesses. He used to live in Los Angeles and produced and worked on Hollywood film and television productions such as Hell's Kitchen, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and others. And he created successful video campaigns for small clients. His production company, Vision Movies, is the Miami Beach Chamber media partner, and his company's originality and expertise allow it to take any budget, small or large, and create unique and creative concepts that bring ROI to his clients. And again, like I said, he was very integral in putting this together, and he cannot be here today because he had to work with one of his clients and he was on location shooting. So before we get to our speakers, we want to do, hold on a second, I can't see you all. We want to do a round of introductions, and then we're going to go on to a couple of announcements, and then we're going to get to our speakers. So I would like to start when we're doing introductions, just to give your name and your business. And we want to keep it just to like 10, 15 seconds. We're not going to get into like everything that we do, but just your name and your business and what you do. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, thank you, Deanne.
Deanne Connolly Graham. I work with the charter agency doing business development. We rent luxury yachts, private planes, and exotic cars. So when you're ready for that fabulous VIP experience, contact me. I will put my information in the chat.
Wow. Okay, great. And
I'll make it in 10 seconds.
Yes, we did. One thing I just want to remind everybody is that it is recorded today. I forgot to say that in the beginning. We are recording this session. Okay.
Swear words.
Who wants to go next? David?
I have to take myself off mute. Okay. David Reese, Land Infotech, new pillar partner with the Miami Beach Chamber. Our company is an IT managed service company, and we help you protect your data and information. And I'll stop at that. That's my 10 seconds. And my information's in the chat.
Okay, I'll go next. Sandra Greenblatt. Sorry, I don't have my video, but I didn't know we were doing. I didn't realize we were going to show. Anyway, good afternoon. I am a board certified healthcare lawyer with Lou Bell Rosen in the Coral Gables office. Longtime resident of Miami Beach, and I help doctors and healthcare companies stay in regulatory compliance and do business transactions. And I'll put my information in the chat room.
Perfect. Stephanie?
Hi everyone, Stephanie Ledger here with First Rate Hospitality, providing training services to hotels and restaurants here in the area. And with the technology, pivoting to doing more of the training virtual for my clients.
Nice, thank you. Who wants to go? Priscilla? Oh, we can't hear you, Priscilla. Okay.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Priscilla Dames, my company is Wingspan Seminars. I've been a trainer in the areas of conflict for 40 years, and I too am pivoting, adding on a virtual component to my company.
Okay, perfect. Devin?
I'm actually a member of Spikefish Solutions.
Oh, okay. Perfect. You can tell us your background. What do you do for Spikefish?
I'm an engineer at Spikefish, so anything Spikefish handles, any one of us is able to take care of.
Okay, perfect. And I think we have everybody. Oh, Mary?
I'm Mary Feldman. I work for the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. I've been with them since July, and I basically assist Enid Rodriguez on different projects that she's working on. Mostly, we've been focusing on revamping a new visitor center between Washington and Collins, 116th Street, which is going to be very exciting. I help with any projects like the cookbook project that Danny Diaz is working on. I help with membership, kind of whatever anyone needs me to do. I write grants and help raise money and kind of a jack of all trades.
Great.
I'll go next.
Okay, Christy?
This is Christy LeMahieu. I'm co-founder of Spikefish Solutions, and I'm also a database and software engineer. So
Okay.
anything you need, reach out to us.
Great, thank you.
I'll jump in next.
Okay.
Go ahead, and you need ladies first.
Oh, thank you. This is Enid Rodriguez, Vice President and CEO of the Miami Beach Chamber. We have several staff on the call, so please reach out to any of us if we can help you in any way. Thank you, Arathi, for putting this together. It's going to be fantastic.
And I'm Michael Goldstein. I'm president of Line Infotech. We're a new trustee member. You know, we specialize in cybersecurity, managed services. We're a member of, various organizations on that end of it. 22 employees in Fort Lauderdale, and been in business, 25 years.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I know you're a new, I think, pillar member, right?
Pillar, baby, pillar.
Trustee.
Pillar, baby, pillar. I know that
Get 'em
word.
on- We got to get them on our board, Arathi. We got to get them on our board.
Okay.
Well,
One step at a time.
we're working on it.
Okay, and we have, I don't know if Alicia is there, and we have lovely Leslie.
Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Leslie Ann Reams. I am the executive assistant to the CEO and president, Jerry Libin. I'm also the liaison to this wonderful, exciting council. and also the Health and Wellness Council. Another role that I have is I'm membership concierge. So what we do is we do different types of ways to help you advertise, to get the word out. If you want to contact me, I can do warm introductions to any members that you would like to be introduced to. There's a variety of things, so just feel free to reach out to me and I'll hook you up.
Okay, great. So I'm going to introduce our speakers in a moment. What we're going to do before that is we just have a couple of announcements. One announcement that about the chamber and their education fund. Then we're going to go into our first speaker, JB, who will be speaking for a little bit, and then we'll go to our next speaker, Max. And then after that, we will have a question and answer session. So I'm really excited because these are the things that we really need to know that we don't think about for our businesses, but all of us really need to understand and implement in our businesses. So just the last announcement for the chamber, there is an education fund right now, and they have a special e-card that you can create. So the education fund is a fund that helps students in need in Miami Beach and teachers. They give grants, correct, Deanne? And,
Correct.
Yep. And
Teacher
so
grants.
Teacher grants.
Mhm.
And what we are doing now is that you can do an e-card where you can make a donation in somebody's name for their birthday or an anniversary or even condolences, and you can do that and they will get either a card in the mail if you want that, or something through an email, and you can do that in somebody's name and donate to that fund. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here's what you can get through the email. But I know that they will also create one that you can send through the mail too. Correct, Leslie? Okay, perfect. So those are the only announcements that we need, that we have today. So we're gonna get on to our first speaker, JB from Uptime Technologies. JB is an experienced chief technology officer with a history in working in the computer networking industry. He is a strong information technology professional that is skilled in managed services, cloud services, voice over IP, enterprise software, sales, HIPAA, IT and compliance, and strategic planning. His company, Uptime Technologies, provides cloud and office computer networking services to businesses that specialize in HIPAA IT compliance. They provide their clients a keyboard to cloud partnership with secured managed IT services at an affordable fixed monthly service rate. Their 24/7, 365-day IT device monitoring and management system ensures confidence that downtime will be avoided. Medical and legal offices that require high-level HIPAA security for their records and communications utilize their secure and proprietary HIPAA-compliant cloud server. Their rigorous HIPAA compliance audits prevent expensive penalties for violations for companies. They're committed to building long-term relationships with their customers and employees by emphasizing honesty, quality services, and offering an inspiring work environment for their employees. At all times, a collaborative atmosphere is maintained with their clients in order to provide effective, creative, and industry-specific results. Their clients' budget and technology goals are their first priority. And with that, I will hand it over to JB. Thank you for being here, JB.
Okay, great. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are.
Oh, great. All right, well, thank you for the wonderful introduction. I didn't know you were going to read it all. That's a mouthful. Thank you. So thank you, everybody, for joining the Tech Council today. We're talking about cybersecurity for your business. We kind of, for first, I just want to give a little bit overview on this one screen. What's really to point out on this screen is a little bit about my background. I've got a lot of initials after my name, but the one that's important today is the one CEH. I am a certified ethical hacker. So I do not hack for profit, but I do use those tools to make sure we can defend our customers' computer networks. So that's a skill that I learned a few years ago, and I find it very beneficial to helping our customers and educating our customers. Today, my subject is security is not complete without you. What Max and I are doing is we're kind of taking an inside out approach. So my focus today is a little bit is on the inside, and what you can do as a business owner to better protect your business from a cyber attack. And again, it starts with you as the business owner. You know, as a business owner, you're responsible for not only your employees' well-being and work environment, even in COVID-19, but you're also responsible for your employees' and clients' data. That's what the cyber criminals are after. And if the consequences of being hacked and being a victim of ransomware are great. Not only is it a big, not just a hassle, but a big ordeal for you as a business owner to go through the maze of trying to recover from a ransomware attack. It's expensive, and it's also embarrassing to your business, because often it could be, you have to notify all your employees, and in many cases, depending upon what data has been hacked, you have to notify your clients in case their information is made public. So it's really important for you as a business owner to take responsibility. So the subjects I'm going to go over is quickly the status of cybercrime attacks, the importance of cybersecurity training for your staff, and out with the old antivirus and in with the new antivirus. So cyber attacks are continuing to evolve. You know, it's a cat and mouse game between the hackers, the attackers, and the software vendors. One of the things that keeps the hackers in business is the fact that software is written with thousands of lines of computer code. And in those lines often are mistakes, leaks that are not tested, and it's the hackers that actually go out and find those weaknesses in the code so they can take advantage and launch their attacks. These cybercrime has evolved into actual organizations. It's been documented that some cyber crime organizations are actually set up with CEOs, CFOs. They look legitimate by donating to charities. And even now, you can go online in the dark web and you can buy software hacking tools and use them just like, you know, software as a service, as if it was, you know, just an online, a download, and off they go. So it's making it even easier for even the amateurs to be able to get access to these elaborate software hacking tools. So what's the importance of cybersecurity training for you and your staff? The bottom line is, it's been documented that over 90% of all security breaches are due to human error. You all may recall a very prominent example of that is during the Hillary Clinton campaign back in 2016. John Podesta, one of her on her campaign staff, was a victim of a phishing attack. And that's how they recovered his username and password and were able to gain access to the Clinton campaign email system. So security training, cybersecurity training is one of the first lines of defense by educating your staff. You will save money in the long run. Your workforce will feel much more empowered and much more, their skills strengthened to be able to identify phishing attacks, other, suspicious activity that they run into. A lot of our clients will email me. They'll say, JB, I've got some suspicious email. Can you check it out for me? And that's what we do for our clients. We'll scan the files, scan the documents, scan the web links, and make sure that they're safe for them. But it's really important to train your staff. We've done several times for many of our clients what we call lunch and learn, kind of pre-COVID. We can still do it now as far as through using web tools. But it's a great subject to be able to conduct as a team with your staff. And I highly recommend that you look into cybersecurity training for your employees and for yourself. I put on the bottom here a couple links to different organizations that provide training. You can find a lot of free training online. One of the ones that we recommend to our customers is a website called Know Before, and they have some really good tools that you can go to not only get educated, but actually to kind of simulate a phishing attack and see which employees actually bite on the hook and fall for the attack. So these are some great links that you can use to educate yourself and your staff. Next, I'd like to get into a little bit, without getting into too much detail, antivirus. Again, that's an investment that you can make as a business owner to make sure that all your computers are protected. Besides, educating your staff, having your computers set up with a proper antivirus and security tools is another first line of defense. Many of the old antivirus is antiquated. Basically, it's the dog chasing the tail again. The hackers come up with new tools, new ways to get in. The antivirus vendors find those, identify those ways they got in. They fix the code. They send out the updates, and it's a continuous circle. What the new antivirus and security tools do is they do that function, but they add an artificial intelligence ingredient to the software. So basically, if an attack is launched or a suspicious file is opened, the artificial intelligence looks at it, analyzes it in split seconds, and if it looks like a threat, acts like a threat, or is a threat, it will kill and quarantine that file immediately. So notify your IT vendor, and at that point, they can mitigate the problem, determine if it's a false positive, or if it is in fact a threat, they can keep the file killed in quarantine. Whereas the old antivirus, if it's a new threat, the antivirus doesn't know that threat even exists, and the threat gets past the antivirus and your systems are compromised. Some of the vendors that we recommend for the new security tools is SentinelOne has a great product. It's one that we promote with all our clients. VMware has a product called Carbon Black, which is also very good, works in a similar manner as SentinelOne. They both use artificial intelligence. And another one that I found, I have not tested this one out myself, but it seems pretty more affordable and readily available for small businesses, is Avast has a product that now uses artificial intelligence. So bottom line is, if you would like to find out more information on how to educate your staff, how to better protect your computers with the latest and greatest security software, please feel free to contact me directly. My contact information is here on the screen, and I would be delighted to go over any of your questions, do an analysis of your business infrastructure and your cyber threat protection, and just get to know you better and help you out as a chamber member. Okay.
Thank you, JB. You gave us some really quick and easy tips. I like those, the training sites. I think that's really cool. The one that you listed that would have your, what was the name of the site where you can go on and have your employees actually look at emails and see if they're a phishing email and test them on that?
Yeah, the Know Before.
Know Before. That's a really, cool thing to look at. I think that everybody needs to do that to understand, because we don't even understand people when they say a phishing email. Would you explain, like, what do you think, what is an actual phishing email? Because most people don't know. Some people don't know what that is.
Yeah, so a phishing email, a lot of times it will have, coming from your accounting, or it may even show your name in the header of the email, or it may have an employee's name in the header of an email, or even a vendor. But then they manipulate the actual email address in some manner so it's not actually coming from you, but it looks like it's coming from somebody you know. And then in that content of the email may be a request to reset your password and click a link, or please go online and update your credit card information. So, it looks like a legit email, but there's nuances within that email that is not legit, and it's actually obvious once you're trained and you see it. And that's why the Know Before website is an excellent training tool.
Okay, thank you. So it's something that we need to know. And then I loved that you brought up the good antivirus software, because most people just hear about Norton, and don't know about right, the ones, the other types of the really good ones. Okay, so thank you for that, JB. Now we're going to move on to Max. Max is from Spikefish Solutions. Spikefish Solutions provides cybersecurity, networking, and IT services to empower your business. They provide end-to-end security and IT solutions that help your company run smoothly and allow you to focus on what matters. They employ top engineers to provide you with tailored solutions to keep your businesses streamlined, resilient, and secure. So they work on small business and enterprise security, IT operations, engineering and integration services, endpoint remote access, email and cloud security, and cybersecurity services. Max is a cybersecurity engineer at Spikefish Solutions. He was born and raised in Miami Beach, and he has a passion for all things cybersecurity. He focuses on their small business clients and is responsible for engineering tailored security solutions that solve unique challenges of securing small businesses. He also leads their incident response teams to ensure response systems and ensures that Spikefish Solutions is ready to react to any cybersecurity challenge. In his spare time, he enjoys deep sea fishing, kayaking, mountain biking, and graphic design. And he's one of the many engineers at Spikefish Solutions that's ready to secure your business at a moment's notice. So thank you, Max, for being here today.
Thank you, Arathi. Thank you to the Chamber and the Tech Council for giving us this opportunity. I also want to thank JB for his presentation. I thought it was really informative. And just like JB said, well, I'm going to focus on, before the attackers get into your systems and try to prevent as much hacking as possible. So today I'm going to be teaching some basic foundations of account security. This is for securing your online accounts, and showing some really simple tips on how to protect yourself from cyber criminals and rogue hackers. Just a little bit of an intro here. I know we just had one, but I'll just go through it real quick. Spikefish Solutions was founded in 2015. We are an engineering-led company. Pretty much anyone you speak to at Spikefish has the ability to understand and help you with any of your IT or security needs. We specialize in managed IT solutions, cybersecurity, networking, and cloud and IT projects. We work with small, medium, and enterprise businesses. Our goal is to help you focus on what matters the most to keeping your business running, and we'll handle the IT side. A little bit more about me. Again, my name is Max. I've been with Spikefish for about 3 years now as a cybersecurity engineer. As Arathi said, I'm a Miami Beach native. I love to fish in the Keys. I go mountain biking at Alita River Park all the time. I love kayaking around Miami Beach. I've also built a small data center in my house, and you can see I added some cool lights to it to make it go faster. So today we're going to go about, talking about cybersecurity. What's the big secret? How do I really make an impact in securing myself online? And we're going to focus on a few things. We're going to talk about two-factor authentication, these things called hardware tokens. I'm going to also show you a quick demo on how easy it is for me to find your password if you're using your browser's password manager. Then I'll give you some resources, and then we'll conclude with a Q&A, and I believe JB and I will do that together. All right, so when it comes to cybersecurity, things often sound complicated and frustrating. I'm sure some of us have had issues like this, losing access to your email, losing access to your bank accounts, forgetting passwords. You had a complex password and you still got hacked. Employees are getting hacked and phished, and you've given up hope. It can all seem overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you not to worry. We're going to tell you exactly how to stop most cyber attacks against your online accounts. So we're talking social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, your email, Gmail accounts, Office 365, things like that. This all applies to that. Some of the biggest technology companies in the world in recent years have completely upended the way traditional account security is done. So companies like Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and more have implemented simple solutions to keep their employees secure and reduce cyber attacks. For example, Google has even claimed that since they've implemented two-factor authentication for over 78,000 employees, not a single one has ever been hacked through a phishing attack. Now, this is an extremely good statistic, and it's almost hard to believe, but this just shows the power of two-factor authentication. So that's what we're going to start off with. So the first simple trick to stopping hackers and phishing attacks is with two-factor authentication. So what is two-factor? I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with two-factor authentication in some form or another. I just want to go over it, and you might find out some things that you didn't know were available. Two-factor authentication means you have two distinct things that you need in order to be authenticated to your account successfully. So to get into, your Gmail or your social media, you need two things: something plus something else. So in our case, it would be a password plus something else. So what is that something else? Well, it could be something you have. So that could be a text message code that gets sent, or a token code, or a prompt on your phone. Or it could be something you are. This could be a fingerprint or an eye scanner, which are not just in the movies. I've been in many places that have eye scanners. Only a combination of both can give you access to the account. What does this mean? Even if your password is known by an attacker, they still cannot get in because they're missing that second factor. Now, this is what helps stop phishing attacks and hackers in their tracks. If you get an email that looks like this, that looks suspicious, this is an example from PayPal, and one of your employees logs in, you're still protected. That hacker may have your password, but they don't have the second factor. So, that was a lot of information. And as an example, I'm going to actually just show you right now how to set this up on a Gmail account. So you can see I'm in the settings of my Gmail account, and I'm going to go to two-step. We're going to hit get started. It's going to ask me for my password because this is a security change. And then it's going to ask me for my phone number, which is right there. You can call me anytime for any IT issues or security issues. Then I get a text message. I put that in to confirm that this is my phone. And then I'm going to hit turn on. And now I have two-step verification enabled. And this works with other things like Office 365 and Twitter and more social media. And I'll just show you how signing in works. Put in my email. This is not the Spikefish official email, so do not use that to contact us. I don't check it. That's our test account. Here's my first factor, the password. And then I'm going to throw in the text message code that I got. And that's two-factor authentication right there. And you can see I'm in and I have access to my email. So this all sounds pretty good, right? However, these text messages aren't 100% foolproof. If you're using the text message two-factor authentication method, then what happens if someone hacks your wireless provider account, such as, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, anything? If you don't think that's possible, there are numerous cases where criminal hackers have called up or hacked phone companies and had enough information about their victims that they were able to social engineer, which is basically like an elaborate impersonation, and got AT&T or any one of these providers to send forward text messages to a new number. Then the hackers were able to intercept text messages for two-factor authentication. Another thing to consider is, what if you lost your cell service? What if you were traveling overseas and now you're locked out of your accounts? So I just want to be clear. Now, even though this is a risk, it's infinitely better than not having any two-factor authentication at all. However, there's an even stronger method out there that doesn't rely on using cell phones or text messaging to secure our accounts. Instead of two-factor based authentication through our phones, we can actually use these things called hardware security keys. This is actually the security solution that I use for all my accounts, and it's also what we use at Spikefish Solutions. So what is a hardware security key? Well, it's pretty simple. It's a key like to your house or car, and instead of sticking the key into a door, you connect the key to your computer, usually through a USB port. And all you need to do is give it a tap. These are one of the best ways to secure not only your email, but on almost all of your online accounts have support for it these days. Even your computer can be locked with one of these. They're fast, easy to use, and extremely secure. There's also no need to type in security codes that, sometimes they expire too quickly and you got to wait again. They come in all sorts of sizes and can be used over USB, Bluetooth, or NFC and works with your computer or phone. Now, one of the main producers of these is called YubiKey, which you can see an example here. And Google also makes one called the Titan key, which is below. You can have multiple keys attached to multiple accounts. For example, I have a key that I keep on my keychain with my house and car keys, and then I keep another one hidden somewhere super top secret. You want to have multiple keys. You don't just have one key to your house, you have a few of them. So you don't want to lose this. This is actually what Google implemented for all their 78,000 plus employees, and they claim to have 0 hacks since doing so. Now you might wonder, why is this so much more secure? Well, first of all, if someone somehow manages to get your hardware security key, they still don't know the password, the first factor to the account. And on top of that, they don't even know which account it goes with. It just looks like a USB stick. It's worthless. Now, what if someone somehow, let's talk a little bit more advanced here. Let's just say someone intercepted, your network transaction between the key and the email account. It still does not help because the key relies on a human being to physically touch the key, which cannot be replicated on another computer. I personally use both the YubiKey and Google Titan keys. The Google one does come with a Bluetooth fob, as you can see here. Here's what it looks like. I believe they're anywhere from $35 to $50, and the YubiKey starts, I think the cheapest one is like $5. It's a worthwhile investment. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up on, a Google account. If you have G Suite, this would work, and it works also with Office 365, although that might require some more advanced setup. So in my two-step verification, I'm going to go ahead and add in my key. It's going to ask me to register. You can see me obviously doing this 100% live. I definitely did not pre-record this. If you zoom in there, you can see there's a little bit of a light going on. You just give it a tap, and then it should register on my computer. I hit allow. It's very easy to do. I give it a name so I remember what it's for. And that's it. But one thing I will do is remove my phone number from the account. That way, there's absolutely no backdoor into this Gmail account without this key. Now, it does say under there, add security key. You definitely want to put a second one because you don't want to just have one key to your account or you will be locked out. And then to log in, we just hit sign in. I'm going to put in my fake email account. We're going to hit next, put in my first factor again, and then it prompts me to put in my USB stick. And this will stay signed in, so you don't need to do this each time, and you could enable to require it each time if you want to be extra secure, but any new login would require you to do this. And there we go. I am logged in. I'm going to just hit next. And that's it. No text messaging, nothing. It's a self-contained system. So that's doing it with hardware keys, and I highly recommend it. Now, just to conclude, I'm going to do a quick demo, how easy it is for me to find your password on your computer. But I first just want to discuss some basic best practices that you should be working on. So let's discuss some behavior. If you're using your computer in a public place with the screen unlocked and you walk away from that computer, you are asking for trouble. You know, even at work or in your home, you should make it a habit of locking your screen. It should be a habit to lock your screen just when you're not in front of your computer. I'm going to give you a quick tip right now how to do it. On Windows, it's Windows key plus L, and on Mac, it's Control Command Q. Now, if you're using your browser's built-in password manager, your passwords are discoverable. It takes about 20 seconds for me to go on your computer and get your password out of your browser. Now, this is something to keep in mind when you are using a shared computer and you don't want someone to know your passwords. And I'm going to show you, you're going to all learn how to be hackers right now. So I'm going to go on ebay.com. This works in any browser, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Edge. I'm going to go on eBay. I'm going to log in. Ooh, there's a saved password in this browser. I want to know what that is. This is not my computer. So I'm going to go to this thing called Developer Tools. Every modern browser has this built in. And we're going to hit Developer Tools. Now I'm going to select the field where the password is, and that'll bring me right to the code where that password field is made. And we want to look for the data type, which is type equals password. That's what hides the password. And all I need to do is erase this. And you'll see I've just gained the password to this account. I hit enter, and there you go. I just found the password. So that's why I highly recommend you use password managers, which don't suffer from this because they will not auto input the password if you don't set it to do that. And we like the password manager called Bitwarden. But here's just some resources and products we used in this presentation and stuff we use at home at work. HaveIBeenPwned.com. This lets you check if your email or password has ever been leaked in a recent data breach. I encourage everyone to see how many companies have had your email and have exposed personal details about you. I actually checked my own accounts and I had at least 4 associated with my email that were leaked in a data breach. You'll be surprised what you'll see. Another great resource is How Secure Is My Password, or passwordmeter.com. You can see the strength of your password. You know, I don't think these sites will capture your password, but if you want to err on the side of caution, maybe just change a letter or two, but it will tell you, you know, how strong or how long it would take a computer to crack your password. The hardware keys we use are from Yubico. I also use the one from Google called the Titan key, and Bitwarden is the password manager I use. And I'm not paid to promote any of these. These are just the things we use in our personalized and at Spikefish. I want to thank Arathi and the Tech Council and the Chamber. And I also want to thank JB for doing this with us. I hope everyone learned something today. If you want to continue the discussion about anything we spoke about today or any other IT matters, you can reach us at the contacts below. You can also check out our blog. We have great guides. We also have Twitter and Instagram where we like to post technology memes. And that's it.
Thank you, Max. That was super informative. Thank you both, JB and Max. So I have some questions, but before I ask my questions, does anybody have any questions right now for Max or JB?
So this was excellent. I wondered if we could just go back one screen so I can get yes, that's great. So I can just take a picture of that. Thank you.
Yes, this is great.
Thank you. Excellent information.
Thank you.
Even when you just a business of one, right?
Well, that's
So
sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask because I use the same password almost all the time because I want to remember it and I don't want to write it down.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a password manager.
Okay, so
and that's
answered
something
my
we can help
question.
you with. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing that people have a tendency to do. Use the same password for everything, and you cannot do that. It makes it so much easier. Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, Max, what do you think of LastPass as a
LastPass is also great. All those ones, there's LastPass, Dashlane. I like Bitwarden. more for a technical reason. It's what we call open source, where the code behind the program is completely transparent to anyone, which makes, more transparency of what companies are doing with your data. Another thing I like about Bitwarden is it's impossible for Bitwarden to ever see your data that you store in your accounts, and nor can anyone else. The only way to get into your Bitwarden vault where you store all your passwords is with your master password. So that's why I like them. It's impossible for the way it's designed, with their encryption algorithms. The only way you could get in is with your master password, which is why it's also kind of dangerous, because if you forget it, they can't even help you.
I know. So where do you store your master password?
I suggest you write it down and put it in a safe or a safety deposit box. That's really the only way. That's your final way back in. So, but don't write it down and keep it on a Post-it note under your screen. That is a bad idea.
Just my luck though, I would forget my password, go to the bank and put it in my safe deposit box, but the bank is closed. So
Right.
I work at night.
It forces you to remember it.
Anybody else have any questions?
I have another quick question. It might not be related, but I noticed in the last couple of months, I've been getting a lot of text messages from random numbers that are telling me I have a package to pick up, or I've won this, and fortunately I'm deleting them all, but some are written in such a way that I can see where someone would click on that link, and I'm wondering is that a way to get into your, because it's on my iPhone, is that a way to get into your into the web or into my accounts and things
those
like
are
that?
examples of new phishing attacks that we see. I get them too. First best practice I recommend is blocking those on the spot.
I do.
That's good. I mean, it seems like it's never enough. I also believe.
Oh, there's got to be at least 50 I've gotten in the past month. It's crazy.
Wow.
I know some cellular providers are starting to offer, spam filtering services. I know AT&T does. But yeah, those are definitely trying to probably get you to input some sort of information and gain access to something if they're asking you for account,
Right.
But those are pretty easy to spot, which ones are fake and which ones are not. But like JB mentioned, there's some great training tips out there, tools like KnowBe4, which can help you spot even text messages and things like that.
Okay. Any other questions? I have one question, but I want to take everybody else's questions.
I have a question actually with Dan, how she was talking about the cell phone, because we work so remotely also on our phone. I mean, is with these tools of making sure, for our computer and our laptop is protected, is there other tools that you recommend for making sure with your cell phone that that's protected or has antivirus on it as well?
Yeah, so these hardware keys for sure work with your phone. They either use Bluetooth or they have NFC, which is near field communication. Also, Bitwarden password managers have cell phone apps, and so do all the other password managers. In terms of antivirus for your phone, there are products out there. I personally don't think they really do anything from what I've seen. There are some more advanced enterprise tools that let you sort of like quarantine off your business applications, but cell phones are generally way easier to secure just based on how they're designed, so how their operating systems are built. So I don't think there's really that many examples. Maybe with Android there's some of malware on your cell phones, but maybe JB has more to say about this.
Yeah, there's a product for Android that I use called Lockout, and they have a free version and a couple levels of different paid versions, and it'll scan your phone for any malware, and it'll scan for any apps that you download that might have some backdoors or weaknesses in the downloaded programs. So that's a good tool called Lockout. The other thing is, some people will go as far as using, downloading a VPN client. So when they're connected to a public Wi-Fi, they enable their VPN. So all your transmission and your communication is secured. So those are things that are recommended. Lockout in a VPN. I think Norton has a VPN for your phone. And the other thing I'd just like to add on the passwords. One thing I did is about a year ago, like Max says, it's so easy to hack into and find a password from a browser. So I just went and stopped cold turkey, no username saved, no password saved on any browser or any application that I use. And I just started forcing myself to remember all the different passwords, and I don't use the same password. And it's really good brain exercise. So it's frustrating at first, but as you get going, you'll be surprised how quickly you can train your brain to remember the passwords for the various different applications. And like I said, I use probably 7 or 8 different passwords, and I remember them all now. But when I first
Okay, you're still young, JB. You're still.
I was gonna say that.
I'm pushing. I'm almost 60, so it's a little harder.
Are you? You look good, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let me send you a thank you card.
I have a quick question, because one thing is with all our businesses, we're using so many applications. We use, an email provider. I mean, we have like G Suite or Microsoft Office, but then we're using like Constant Contact or MailChimp. Then we have a payment processing application. Then we might have an e-commerce site. There's so many different applications that we're using out there. We might be podcasting. We might, then we have all our social media, and all of these things together. I really want to know, like, we talk about cybersecurity, but what have you seen with your businesses? Like, what actually happened to them with their customer information or their employee information that you've seen? Like, can you give us some instances that you've seen that happened to your clients when their stuff got hacked?
Well, I can go first, Max. I can say, well, fortunately, I haven't had a client that's on a contract with us get hacked. And we have some customers that call us when they need us. And one of our customers did get hacked. One of the things was, and real quick, everybody wants to be able to be an admin of their own computer, and they want to be able to download and install programs on their own. So when they get their first computer, they make their user account the administrator account. So what problem is in this instance, the owner of the business wanted to update his own video card software drivers, and his user account was administrator of his computer. And he went to some unknown website and downloaded the video drivers. And in that payload was a hacking tool, a keystroke tracking software. So he got his drivers updated, but he also let the hackers in, and they watched him for several months, got all the different passwords, saw the different servers he was going to, and bottom line, then they launched an attack. This attack was termed a ransomware, but in reality, it was really what they're doing now is really extortion. So what the hacker did is he or she planned, and one night they deleted all the virtual servers on the network, and only left the host server with a note saying, hey, pay us $35,000. It was 5 Bitcoins at the time, which was 35,000. It's more now. And we'll give you your stuff back. The bottom line was they didn't copy or export anything. They just deleted everything. And and so if the customer had paid the ransom, they would have gotten nothing back. So fortunately, about 2 years earlier, they did ask us to set up backup with cloud backup, and we were able to restore from the cloud.
Wow.
It was time consuming. That process is not point and click, and Max can tell you, it's a serious process, and they had 7 servers that were deleted. So just figure that out. And then there were recently two prominent law firms were recently hacked for ransomware, and the ransom started at $1 million each.
Oh, my God.
See, that's what I want people to know is we hear about it, but we don't know exactly what people do. That's why it's so important.
Yeah, I mean, ransomware is,
If I could,
go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, thank you, both of you, for doing this. This is so helpful, and I just wanted to point out that, as JB said, some people want to become administrators. Just so that you guys know, JB and Uptime is our administrators, and we do not pretend to have the technological background that they have. So we do appreciate the experts and leave all of those things to the experts. And I have to say, we're so very proud to be a partner with JB and to have him assist us, because we know we're not easy. We are so high maintenance. We're constantly calling and emailing and texting JB and his staff. And, you know, every time we see a weird looking email, we send it to JB right away. JB, what does this mean? Is this like, you know, what do we do? And, you know, so we definitely love the support that we get basically around the clock. And so I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys to partner with Uptime. And with Spikefish, my God, since last year when you guys joined, John Fleming and your team has been also helpful with us. And again, so many questions. You've been connecting with JB when we have a question that requires both of your assistance. So you're partnering so well together. So it's very refreshing to see you both as panelists here. And so, yes, please, everybody, please reach out to them. They know what they're doing, and, you know, we certainly don't. So we need to rely on them. If I could take an opportunity, I just wanted to make two quick little announcements. The Pillar Board, which Arathi is a part of, has several groups, and we are in need of technological feedback and input. So we're inviting you guys to a meeting, and I'll send it to you through email as well. It's a Pillar Board Live, Work, Play group meeting. We are in the process of trying to create some sort of an app where we can have visitors and residents see what's going on in Miami Beach and create packages for them so that they can make a day out of it, a night out of it. So like a little tourist package for them, a weekend out of it. And so we definitely want to create this app. And so I was instructed by our Pillar Board chairs to please reach out to those in technology so that you can join us in the meeting and we can kind of brainstorm and see what the application is going to look like. And of course, who can put that together for us. So I invite you, it's December 10th, Thursday at 4:30 p.m. And again, I'm going to send you, everybody the Zoom link. And then the last announcement that I wanted to make was Omer, who is co-chair of this council, is going to have a webinar on Friday. And I apologize if it was mentioned. I don't remember if it was mentioned.
No, I forgot to mention. I'm glad you mentioned it. That's why I forgot. Yes.
Okay. So Omar is so amazing as well. It's unfortunate that he couldn't be here for this meeting, but he has done several webinars to teach people how to create your own movies, you know, especially those who don't have a big budget for a big production. And so
since there's a lot of either on this level, YouTube.
Hello?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So anyway, so it's on Friday, and he's going to teach us how to put together some very effective YouTube videos, and it's Friday at 12 noon, I believe it is. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And I can give a testimony on Omer. I've taken a couple of his workshops and they're absolutely fabulous. And I created my own little movie the other day. Very amateur, but it can be done. It's a lot of fun. He's great.
Okay. Thank you for that, Enid. We've run over a little bit of time. So we're going to end now. But before we go, I just want to know what days for the Technology Council. We were thinking Wednesday or Thursday around 12 or 1, but what times would you think and what days would be better? Would a Wednesday or Thursday be better every month? And is this time okay, or should we have it later in the day?
We have a lot of stuff at the chamber on Thursdays. I think
Mm.
Wednesdays are good.
Okay, and if you want to put it in the chat, you can put what times you think are better for you. Does anybody else have any ideas of what times are better for them?
I would think more of the second week of the month. I just feel like the first week we usually have a lot of different council meetings going on.
Okay, that's good feedback.
And then I think on Wednesday, there's usually the city council meeting that happens. Because that usually runs into our tourism and council when we change it between Wednesday and Thursday. So
Oh, right. That's right. City commission meeting, Miami Beach City Commission meeting.
So it's on
Those
Wednesday?
are on Wednesdays. They're on the second Wednesday of the month.
Okay. Okay.
The second Wednesday.
Okay.
But that's true,
All
yeah.
right, guys, I gotta run to another meeting.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
JB.
Thank you, JB.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
again, if anyone wants to have any of this stuff set up, I will help you, in no time. I'm not even going to charge. Like, this is so easy to do, and I want everyone to be secure. If you need help setting up two-factor for anything, just reach out to me or John or anyone, and we'll help you out. No problem. We'll get you up and running in less than 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, JB and Max. I appreciate it. And
I saw Priscilla put something in the chat. Maybe everybody didn't see it, on anyone that is an expert on ClickFunnels that can help her with her her new digital. I don't know if either Max or JB are familiar with ClickFunnels.
if you have been somebody that understands like course creation and marketing funnels and how to incorporate them together and those systems behind that, she already has certain things set up. So if you know anybody, Max, we've been looking at different consultants out there.
Yeah, I'll
let
check
us
that
know.
out.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Artie and Deanne.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it.